Alrighty, let's go Mets! Yes! Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps, how's it going you sexy bitches? It is I, a very hot and sexy Peter Joseph here for a late Thursday night video. Excuse me, right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there inside of my pants, otherwise known as the description box below, on this very channel and my other channels. Well, 5 of them. All down below in the description box below. Show your love support. Leave a comment if you wish, but don't leave stupid comments, please. If you're gonna act like a complete jackass, do it on somebody else's channel, because it ain't gonna happen on mine. Because you're going to get blocked, you're going to get sentenced to the Shadow Realm, where you'll be gone forever. And if you don't like it, well, cry to your mama, bitch. And, pretty much it. So don't do it. But if you have no brain, and you want to keep doing it, then you're going to act like a complete jackass, and that's how you're going to be treated. Like I said, if you don't like it, too fucking bad. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Show a little support there. Also, same result. If you act up there, you're gone there too. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that fucking bell, because it's there for a reason. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, you need to get slapped in the face because you're SOL. And you know what that means. And if you don't know what it means, please, for the love of God, look it up. That's why I have Google. Pretty much it is what it is. If you don't know what it means, too fucking bad for you. And that's it. But for everybody else, hit that bell, subscribe to my channels, smash that like button to death, and if you're an actual human being, then leave a comment about wrestling or whatever you feel, whatever you want. But mostly leave comments with the topic at hand of the video. I mean, I will answer certain questions other than wrestling, but if it's gonna be stupid questions, it's goodbye to you, pretty much. Even if you're an actual real person, you're gonna ask me, something other than wrestling. I mean, I might answer it. Depending on the severity of the comment. But good people, I will answer to a certain extent. But other people, they're gonna just leave me stupidity. Then you're gonna get blocked, and you can go on your dead channel with 3 subs. And your boring as fuck videos and shorts that barely get anything because you're getting clout off my name. Thank you very much, by the way. Because you have a super obsession and, you just love me. And I love you too. But you can fuck off and die, pretty much. I care less. I care less for half of you douchebags out there. I only care about myself and my circle of friends that I have on and offline. And if you think I don't have friends offline, you don't know my life, so go fuck yourself and live your own boring as fuck life. Simple as that. Simple as that. You don't like me? Too fucking bad, because I don't like you either. But you're gonna stay obsessed with me because, like I said, you love me, you can't get enough of me, you dream about me in your dreams because your girlfriends dream about me in their dreams. But I digress on that. But, you want to have a stupid obsession with me and a love affair with me, I mean, go ahead. Knock yourself out. Where's it gonna lead you? Probably nowhere. Other than maybe the slammer if you keep it up, but still. I got no time for this for this type of bullshit behavior from these 20 to 30-year-old men who think they're men, but they're not. But they're just complete assholes with no fucking life and pretty much dead channels. They could have 3,000 subs, and I still wouldn't give 2 shits about their channel and their lame as fuck videos, just getting clout off my name. It is what it is. I mean, I don't even do drama videos anymore, because I don't mention people anymore, because I don't give 2 fucks about them. I mean, they have successful, they get a lot more subs, I don't give a shit. They get a lot more views, I don't care if it's off my name, you know, you're welcome. Because that's all you can get. But it is what it is. I don't care how many subs I get. I don't care how many views I get on my video. Oh, by the way, thank you, Yankee fans, for the views on the video I did last night. Keep sucking. And that's all I gotta say about that. By the way, how about those fucking Mets, man? 4 in a row tonight. Oy, 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 tonight. I thought they were gonna lose tonight because it was the Braves, and the Mets bullpen is just right now. But they came together. Budo with a great 6th inning. Even Sevy with 5 good innings. 2 runs, 6 strikeouts. Bats kind of didn't wake up at all. And basically, the Mets won in 10 innings, 3-2, on a gift. On a gift to win the game, basically. McNichols, McSquirrel, whatever you want to call him, hit a deep fly ball. Pretty much could have been caught by the right fielder. And what happens? Whoops! I overran the ball. Game over. Mets win. Mets win. Duh! Mets win. And we get closer and closer to 2nd place. Oh, JD, are you having an aneurysm attack now? I hope you are, motherfucker. I really hope you are having an aneurysm attack right now. To go on top of your, I'm sad. I still feel bad that your cat Bacardi is not doing so well and possibly will be passing away. I apologize for that. I'm acting like I'm saying this as a man. I apologize. Never want to see a pet pass away. So on that end, I will apologize and send my condolences out to you because of your cat Bacardi. But on a sports level, fuck the Braves and fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that on a personal level. But it is what it is. Game 2 of that 4-game series tomorrow at Citi Field. Oh, it's gonna be a tough series this weekend. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. 3 more to go. I would love for the Mets to win 3 or 4 and get into that first wild card and try to keep the foot on the gas the rest of the next 60 some odd games. 50, 60, about 50, 60, 50, 55, 60 games. Pretty much over 100 games right now. Yeah, it's they just started 102 was tonight. So tomorrow, coming up later tomorrow is 103. So I got 59 games left about, give or take. So, gonna get down to the nitty-gritty by the time we hit September. So we got 1 full month to go, and that road trip from hell is coming up next weekend. Oh, God. I hope the Mets can withstand that road trip from hell. Starting off at Anaheim, going to St. Louis for a makeup game, then go to Colorado on that thin air for 3 games. I think it's 3 games. Then they go to Seattle for, I think, 3 games. Then they got to go cross-country to go back to New York for the next next homestand, which I think begins like August the 9th or the 10th, something like that. Maybe, I think it's the week after that, maybe the 16th, who knows. But, god damn, that's a road trip from hell. No days off, either. They're playing 23 games in 23 games in 24 days. So there is an off day, but it's not going to come for a while, unless there's a rain delay. Which could come next week, because Wednesday and Thursday of next week is supposed to rain. Maybe Tuesday, too, but... So that Twinkie series might... be a little troublesome, because they do have the Twinkies coming in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I think they go on that road trip from hell. Start the first weekend of August. Oh, but it is what it is. Yankees, I could care less what they do. But they're not doing so good, those Yankees. I mean, they got swept 4 games this year, first time since pretty much 2000 and. What year was it? 2010? Somewhere around there? I forgot what year, actually, where the Mets swept the entire Subway Series. I mean, there have been years where the Mets would sweep at home and then the Yankees would sweep at home. Didn't really matter, but Or the Yankees would take like 4 or 6, 5 or 6, you know. Right now, the last couple of years, the Yankees have been the Mets bitch. And it's good. Makes me happy. So for all you Yankee fans, I hope you're still crying. You know, if you want to throw yourself off the 3rd Avenue Bridge, go ahead and do it. Go ahead. See if I give a shit. Because I won't. But, yeah, you Yankees are... Whoo, boy. You're like 30 games over 500, and now you're barely over 10. So it's not looking good, and that wildcard spot that you have is dwindling fast. If the Yankees don't get it together, I don't even think they'll make the playoffs. I don't even know how many games they're up in with the first wild card. But they keep going downhill. I don't even think, even with Judgy, Wudgy, Soto, and Stanton at full strength, they can do it. Garrett Cole had a really bad game yesterday. He was the O in OMG. Pretty much. Mets just destroyed the Yankees yesterday. It was great. 12-3, and then the Mets won today 3-2. We'll see what happens tomorrow and this weekend. So, JD, if I were you, I would hope that you at least win at least 2 games in this series. Because if you lose 3 or 4 to the Mets, I'm pretty much saying your season's over. I know the Acuna effect. If we had Acuna, you guys would get killed. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, yeah, Chris Saley. Great game from him tonight, but still, that right fielder, he better be benched tomorrow. How do you overrun that play? So basically, you're welcome. Well, if you should thank you for giving us a gift win, but still. But we move on with that. Alright, so Mets win, Yankees I care less about. So we'll see what happens this weekend. With that, we got Death Before Dishonor tomorrow from Ring of Honor. I'll try to get the review up tonight. If not early, I got a doctor appointment tomorrow afternoon, so I'll probably be back by the time, way before the pay-per-view goes on the air. I'm not gonna watch it until late tomorrow night, so I will review it probably, if not Saturday, probably definitely Sunday. Because I'm not going anywhere this weekend again, but, it is what it is, but, because I'm still kind of, this fucking thing I got, it's been lasting almost 2 weeks now. And I might have the Rona, I don't know, I hope not. I'm going to my doctor tomorrow, might get tested tomorrow. It might not look good, so. I feel good, well, sort of good. I have this fucking thing in my throat. I'm coughing. I'm not coughing up a lung like I was last week. It's starting to calm down a little bit, but I still got the mucus in my nose. It's just annoying. Even with the Vicks Vapor Rub, the Flonase going up my nose, taking allergy medication, it's annoying. I want to be back to 100%. God damn it! I don't want to be stuck in my house the entire weekend, like I was this past weekend. I wanted to take the woman out for a nice dinner. I couldn't do that because I was half sick. But even if I was half sick, I still gave her the good birthday sex. Come on. Even at 50%, I could still get it done. Even she could too. At 50%. If her body's a wreck, still she'll freaking go to town on me. But it is what it is. Alright, enough about that. Anyway, I got that. So yeah, Death Before Dishonor tomorrow. Got SmackDown tomorrow. Taped, because they're in Japan. They're in Osaka, Japan. AJ and freaking Shinsuke Nakamura kind of relived their little feud. And I think we all know AJ won that. Come on. Even in Japan, Shinsuke can't fucking win a match. That's fucking sad. Can they just release him and let him go back to Japan? Let him go back to New Japan Pro Wrestling and be a star? Because I don't even think Tony Khan, the great man that he is, can even work with him. It'd be great, but still, I mean, if you're gonna make him a jobber, no. That's what basically Shinsuke is, and it's sad. Pretty much the fall from grace of Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm not blaming it on Cody with that feud either. He should have won that feud, but still. I don't even think he won a match in that feud either. Well, maybe one match on a SmackDown match. SmackDown. Big deal, SmackDown. Because of the red mist and shit. Still should have beat the fuck out of Cody on a pay-per-view. What are you gonna do? Alright, we have that. Training camp for football has begun this week. Brandon Ayuk did report on Tuesday. Oh, no, was it Tuesday or yesterday? No, it was Tuesday. Now he's holding out. Trent Williams holding out because, I mean, he has a contract coming up. I thought he had a 3-year deal. I'm like, why would you hold out? Makes some fucking sense to me. He's like, I want a bigger contract. You got 3 years left, though. Speaking of 3 years, CM Punk, his contract, they were talking about his contract today. He did sign a 3-year deal the night of Survivor Series when he came back. So he's going to be here pretty much for the next another 2 years, really. Well, another 2-3 years. Big whoop for him. Big fucking whoop for Phil Brooks. And he's trying to get his hot, sexy wife, that ass, AJ Lee, to come in. I hope so, but I don't know right now. So we got that, and I think we're hearing footsteps for our tribal chief next weekend. And if you watch WWE Biography, or what's it called? Legend, not Legends, I think it's called Biography, whatever it's called. Anyway, gonna have a double dose this Sunday. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Because everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man. And after that, we got the biography of the wise man, Paul Heyman. That should be very interesting. I mean, if you haven't seen the WWE Legends, the Rise and, the ECW episode, you really didn't say nothing about, I mean, it said a lot about Paul, but, you know, this biography, we're going to get from when he started in wrestling, I think at 14, 15 years old, as a photographer. Then he started booking a lot of stuff. And then it's going to eventually lead to when he became promoter for Eastern Championship Wrestling, not ECW yet, but it was ECW, but Eastern Championship Wrestling, the remnants of the NWA, but still. Got that, how he became the owner, and pretty much the promoter and owner of ECW, his time in WCW with the Dangerous Alliance, and as a commentator with good old JR barbecue sauce. And with that, and then his time in WWE, early on, you know, being the advocate for Brock Lesnar, and his time in ECW, being the SmackDown GM for a while. Should have never left being GM, just saying. You know, then his return, you know, being with CM Punk, Brock, now he's the wise man to the tribal chief. So I think they're going to go from the early days all the way up to him being the wise man that he is right now. It's going to be a good episode. I don't know how long it is. I think it's going to be like an hour, maybe 2 hours. Well, I think the Ted DiBiase one's an hour. So I would think the wise man thing biography should at least be 2 hours. That's a lot to cover, but still. I mean, it is what it is. That's that. So that's this weekend. There should be some good shit. I still have to watch the Mark Henry biography, which I really don't give 2 fucks about. Hey, look! I don't know what you cooking. Smells like shit. Bismarck Henry. Good old DX back in the day. But anyway, we move on. The only thing Mark Henry's pretty much done to AEW, so you're not gonna get. It's time for the main event. Not even gonna get that anymore because he's done. He made an appearance in MOW, big fucking whoop. Pretty much now, nothing. He's doing Busted Open Radio. I think with Meltzer or somebody. He's usually on sometimes with Bully Ray and Tommy Dreamer. Not a lot, but it is what it is. But he's doing satellite radio and his podcast, shit like that. That's good for him. And hell, Ring of Honor spoiler, the Big Show? You mean to tell me Paul White is now a director? He's on the board of directors now? What? I saw that tonight, I'm like, what? Big Show? Paul White is on the director's team with Tony Khan and pretty much Stokely, I don't know about Stokely these days, and Jerry Lynn? I know they want to make it better, they're trying to make Ring of Honor better. They actually put it in the WBD TV deal. They put Ring of Honor there, so I'm thinking like, is Ring of Honor getting an actual TV show this time? Right, get rid of Rampage. Fuck that. Give me Rampage at 10 o'clock. I'm not Rampage, sorry. Ring of Honor at 10 o'clock on Friday night. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, they'll probably get worse ratings than they get on freaking online right now. They probably get better ratings than they did at Destination America. Ho. Barely 100,000 on that fucking show. On that fucking station, which barely nobody had anyway. But now they get TNT. That's a major network for them. I mean, we'll see. But, Tony Khan's trying to make Ring of Honor great again. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the pay-per-view is tomorrow. It should be good. I mean, there's only 3 matches! Really, now 4, because Paul White made one tonight with the Kingdom facing off against Kyle O'Reilly and Tomohiro Ishii for the Ring of Honor Tag Team belts. I don't know if there's going to be a title change. I don't know, but finally the Tag Team belts are going to be defended. Yeah, on the pay-per-view, finally. You got the women's title being defended with Athena. You got Billie Starkz defending her women's TV title. They got Mark and Roddy on his birthday going at it for the Ring of Honor World title. I don't think we're gonna get a title change there. Maybe not. I mean, it was nice. Thank you, Ring of Honor, for this, by the way. Thank you, Ring of Honor and AEW for putting up the video today of Tyler Black, remember him? Seth Rollins against Roddy at I think it was Glory by Honor or Death Before Dishonor, 2010, September the 11th, 2010. I was there with Rosa in the 3rd row, right near the entrance. You might barely see me if you watched it on YouTube. Just look for the 3rd row right in the middle. You might have to superimpose it a little bit. But we were there. Prince Nana even knows we were there. You can ask him. He probably won't remember, but I remember that show because I think it was Necro Butcher, which when it was part of the Embassy. I think Jimmy Ray, the late great Jimmy Ray, was there too. Mia Yim, of course. Oh, she was looking fine that night. Anyway. They had a feud with Grizzly Redwood, this like little bitty twig. Kind of like what, if you look at Marco's stunt, basically you put them together, they still look small, like a small fucking twig. Necro Butcher fucked him up. To the point where I think Grizzly Redwood was trying to go for a dive to the outside on Necro Butcher, and Necro Butcher just went, whoops! He did a Samoa Joe, whoops, I'm out of here. And all you hear was splat. And I just looked over at Rosa. Rosa's like this. And I go, he's dead! He's dead! Stop the match! He's dead! And that was the same, I think it was the same event where we saw El Generico, Sami Zayn. The other guy that's, not related to Sami Zayn. Well, we saw El Generico get demasked. That was the lead-in to Final Battle 2010. With that Fight Without Honor match. Or Loser Leaves Ring of Honor match. Which we all know who won that, and I don't have to tell you. I think we know. But it was Steve. I think it was a tag team. There was a tag team double chain match. Pretty sure it was. It was Steve Corino and Mr. Steen taking on Generico and Colt Cabana. That guy. And, I think Steen's team won. Beat the crap out of them. And then Generico tried to come off the top rope or do something off the top rope, and Steen caught him, and he grabbed him. Whoop! And you legit saw his face. I was like, wait a minute, is that... I thought it was somebody else, like Brian, what's his name? I can't forget it. I forgot the actual person I thought it was. It was Brian Anderson or some shit like that. But, I mean, he got his mask taken off, and you can see him fully, like you see Sami Zayn, what he looks like now. But nobody knew who Generico was underneath the mask. And we saw him full in the flesh. I wish I took a picture of it. Damn! Man, I gotta get that DVD. I think it was... No, I wasn't in my Kings of Wrestling shirt. I forgot what shirt I was even wearing. But you could... You could maybe see me and Rosa, maybe throughout most of that match with Rowdy and Seth Rollins, Tyler Black, whatever you want to call him. Truth Martini at ringside, by the way. Hi, Truth, how you know? We miss you. Well, Rosa does. He's not even on Facebook that much anymore. I mean, two of Rosa's freaking so-called boyfriends. Bye-bye. Not because of me, but just because they're not on social media that much anymore. One is Todd Sinclair. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Pretty much after the final pay-per-view for Ring of Honor, which was Final Battle, I think 2020 or 21, which was an epic event, which Todd Sinclair he did the final match with Gresham and Lethal, which Gresham won the belt. Pretty much we didn't even see Todd Sinclair in the reboot of Ring of Honor when Tony Khan bought it. I was like, what the hell is Todd Sinclair? All we got is freaking Mark Posey, and we got, the so-called Real World Champion, which is Paul Turner, and that's it. I'm like, what the hell is everybody else? I'm like, god damn. And I mean, I miss Kelly Klein. I mean, I do. That's the person I was thinking of, because I couldn't think of her name. Kelly Klein, my sweetheart, the second ever Ring of Honor Women's Champion after Sumi Sakai won the tournament. Kelly Klein held it for almost year and change. And then she lost to Mandy Leon, remember that? Mandy Leon beat her, ended her streak. She had I forget how many wins she had. But Mandy Leon beat her, then Mandy Leon lost to Angelina Love. And I think Mandy got a bite back. And then after that was the pandemic. And then it was supposed to do another reboot of the Women's Ring of Honor Championship, which they did. And I think, who won that tournament? I forgot who won that. And then, I had so many Ring of Honor women's champions now. We have Athena at almost 2-year champion. And that's pretty much it. I think Mercedes Martinez was the champ at one point. I know Miranda Alizé was in the finals. Trish Adora was in the semifinals of that tournament. What may have been, with Kelly Klein should have just stayed there. That whole thing with Joey Mercury tattletaling on her because she was going out with B.J. Whitmer and just ruin. And then, Joe Goff gets involved and then just said, "Fuck you, Kelly Klein, you're out of here." Fight her unceremoniously, like I thought was really stupid. But, I mean, it is what it is, and that's it. It's not even on Facebook, on Twitter. I used to talk to her a lot on Twitter. And she used to know a guy from up north, and that's Andre Corbiel. That's how I met Kelly Klein. They had a meet and greet, and she subbed in for some other person. I forget who it was, but I met her. I had the picture on my Facebook page. I actually asked her about it. I said you did an interview with my good buddy from Canada, Andre Corbiel. Do you remember that? It's like, "Oh, I know Andre." I said, "You're a friend of Andre?" I said, "Yup." I said, "Yeah, I know him for a long time." It's like, "Oh yeah. Great interview, good stuff." But yeah, she said, "Thank you so much." She put her arm around me and everything. It was great picture. One of my favorite pictures of that. Then I met her in the parking lot, I think a year later. Took a nice, good picture with that. So it was 2 times I got Kelly Klein's autograph. I got her autograph and picture at the first time. The second time I got her in the parking lot. Same time I got the Bucks. Bucks were going to the thing, and they're like, "Oh, get us, leave me alone." Same show I met Silas Young outside in the back of the other side of the Hammerstein Ballroom. I met Shane Taylor. I met Lady Frost. I don't even know who the fuck she was. Yeah, I even met the Hangman, Adam Page. He told me not to do some cowboy shit. I told him, "Don't do any more moonsaults off the top of the fucking balcony at the Hammerstein Ballroom." Not the top, but, don't do that anymore. He's like, "I'm not gonna do that again." NBC didn't do it fucking again. I'm like, dude. This was before, when All In 2 was being talked about. They did All In around the same time when Ring of Honor was, their run in Ring of Honor was coming to an end. They were thinking of doing All In 2, or I think it was All In or All Out. It was All Out, maybe, at the Hammerstein, or the Garden. I told them, I was talking to the Bucks after the show. I was like, you thinking about doing it in the Garden? I don't know. I think that was at Manhattan Mayhem 8. I think. I don't remember that show, but I talked to like everybody freaking on that show. Because I was sitting near the rail. Because you know why? Because I'm Mr. VIP, god damn it. But last couple of shows I haven't been really Mr. VIP, except for when I do the indie shows that I go to these days. Not so much Ring of Honor. Now I have to sit in the balcony, which, I mean, is fine, but, I want to be Mr. VIP, but it's very expensive to get Ring of Honor front row to seats. And they sell out real quick anyway. So imagine if Final Battle comes to town in December. You think I'm going to get a front row ticket? I don't know. I'll try to get around the first couple rows. Even if I'm in the 10th row, right near the entrance, I'm fine. Just as long as I see it and I can get those on the rail right near the entrance, be good. But I mean, anywhere you sit in the Hammerstein Ballroom is a good time. So you might get it. Well, if you're sitting in the balcony, you're sitting right near the pillar. Oh, you're fucked. It's like going to Terminal 5. You're in standing room only. You can't see because you're standing behind a fucking pillar. I fucking hate that place. I wish it was torn down. I don't know. I hope it does someday, but I hate that place. No air conditioning, nothing. And I've been there a few times. Final Battle 2004, I think it was 14 or 15. No, I think it was 14. I went to Best in the World 2015. I was there twice because I did the TV tapings. Then I did another TV taping there in the summertime. That was like Best in the World weekend, and it was episode 250 of Ring of Honor on HD Net. That was I went to Samoa Joe's last match, AJ Styles' last match, the same freaking show. Great. I met Samoa Joe. I had the picture to prove it. It's on my Facebook page somewhere. I thought I had it over here, but I don't. But anyway, I met ODB, One Dirty Bitch. ODB, Met her. I met Alex Shelley. Oh, was that the show? No, not that show. I forget who I think I met Kushida at that show. I did meet AJ at that show at the meet and greet. AJ is just a great man. He is just a great man to meet. He's very cool. Talks a lot about wrestling. He'll talk to you for hours if he wanted to, but he can't. Samoa Joe, I said good luck to him and as he was going to NXT. I said, I hope you don't get screwed. I didn't say I hope you don't get screwed up. I hope you have great success in WWE. He said, thank you. That's it. He says, I've been a fan since, your CM Punk days. So, I said, you and Punk, forget it. 2006. Woo! Nothing better than that. And then we talked a little bit about TNA, The little engine that could is still going. And Ring of Honor's just hit 22 years now. So, you thought Ring of Honor was dead? No. You thought TNA was dead? No. You thought AEW's gonna die? Nope. They just signed in principle to another deal, which may involve Ring of Honor. So, who knows at this point? We'll see what happens. Alright, I talked for a long time. I don't care. But I had a lot of... It involved wrestling, so it is what it is. Now, we're going to get to the review. Your AEW Blood and Guts review. Alright, so we are emanating from the Big Stone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. Yep! Scared them cowboys, I know you. Anyway. Alright, so we had, on commentary, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, the biggest Met fan I know, and he is very happy these days. Taz! Brother! Red Hook, brother! Alright, so we had Taz, and the man who is very controversial, and that is Tony Baloney Schiavone. And even on the Rampage, you might see it tomorrow, on the Rampage tapings, he really gave it to a fan who's heckling him. I wonder why. Don't you dare say that about Mariah May ever again! He'll never let that down. It's like when he announced that Mick Foley was gonna win the world title on a taped Raw during the freaking height of the Attitude Era. That was like the sinking ship right there. Besides the AOL deal and everything, Vince Russo, blah blah blah. I mean, pick and choose which one you think that really killed WCW. But it is what it is. Tony Schiavone will never live that down. He probably will not live down calling Mariah May a bitch on live TV. Or what he said. Like, speak, bitch, come on. I'm like, dude. Anyway, so we got that. We'll talk about Mariah May and Timeless Tony Storm a little bit later. We got a lot to talk about Britt Baker, DMD, baby, and the CEO. Mercedes Moné. And what happened at Comic-Con today, oh boy. And now that a match is now official, well, it's kind of spoiled for you guys. They had a little argument, Mercedes Moné and her bodyguard, which I'll talk about in a minute, got into a little tussle with Britt Baker at Comic-Con in San Diego. And it got so bad that Tony Khan had to get involved. He's like, that's it! I am sick of this shit! So he made it official for All In. For the TBS title, Mercedes Moné will defend against Britt Baker, baby. So I'm surprised it's not for both titles. It's just for the one title, for the TBS title. So maybe Mercedes loses that New Japan Strong Women's title pretty soon. To who? I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, so that's our commentary team. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Alright, basically, the first hour was a little interesting, but really the main focus was blood and guts in the second hour. The double ring, double cage bloodbath that it is between Team Elite and Team AEW. We'll get to that in a minute. Alright, we start off the show with Will Oceanspray, reach for the sky, whoa! Bam! The former Intercontinental Champion, after going 1 hour with Maxwell Jacob Fart Knocker, on what happened last week. Alright, so we see Oceanspray trying to drive to the arena, but we see that somebody kind of knifed his tire. I thought it was a boot for a second, but it looked like a mini knife or something like that. So he takes it out, and Alex Marvez, that idiot, is trying to get a word with him about what happened last week with MJF. Blah blah blah. So he sees what happened to his car. He's like, "Son of a bitch!" So he's like, "Do you have your car? Yeah, it's right over there. Give me your keys, asshole!" So Marvez gives him the keys. He says, "Come on with me." So Oceanspray takes his gear, throws it in the back with Marvez, and they speed off to the arena. I thought they were already in the arena. I was like, where are they? Okay. And then Marvez is like in the I think then he gets in the front, in the passenger seat, and he's like, "Have you ever driven in America before?" And Oceanspray's like, "No." I was like, shit. Buckle up, Teddy. We get that. So that was fun. The first segment was fun. 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. That's it. And we're off and running. Alright, then we go to the arena. We have some cheerleaders. Ooh, my favorite. And they basically cheer on MJF. So he, a favorite scumbag, the new Intercontinental Champion. He comes out. So Maxwell Jacob Fart Knocker comes out. Just brags about how easy it was to beat Oceanspray last week. Barely beat him, by the way. And then he made a death threat to that 8-year-old girl. Really? Max, really? You think she had a gun? An 8-year-old kid. Right. Right, Max. You got your fucking ass kicked by an 8-year-old. Sad. And you're being blaming like she had a gun. Now he wants her banned from the arenas. Come on, really? Shut up. So he says, some people would say Oceanspray needs to go wait for a title shot, but since his grandmother just died, my condolences go out to Will Oceanspray and his family, he should dig a grave next to her. Oh, Max, really? Come on, dude. I know the GP, but that's a little bit too low. Anyway. And he's like, just make it like a football field. I'm like, shut up, this idiot. So then it's like, let's move on to the Intercontinental title, which is supposed to be the workhorse title. And the fans like it because international stars fight for it. And there's been a lot of people that have held that belt. Pac, Orange Cassidy, to name a few, Phoenix, Ray Phoenix. And all those wrestlers should be deported. Right. So MJ says, this title is garbage. And he goes over to the apron, throws the title in the garbage, almost like Medusa when she did it on Nitro with the old WWF Women's title. Remember that? We all remember that. Then he unveils a new title, dubbed the American title, or America's title, I think it's called American's title. And basically, it looks hideous to me. I don't like it at all. It just looks like the the Intercontinental title, just with the freaking logo of America. That's it, and and new side plates. That's it. I don't like it at all. I think it looks like shit. But I digress. Anyway, he starts bragging about Long Island, and well, fuck Long Island, fuck Long Island, fuck the Icelanders. It's all about the Rangers. What good ever came out of Long Island besides Creative Pro? Oh wait, that's right. You came from there, Maxwell, right? Yeah. So did Max Caster and Anthony Bowen and a bunch of other people. But so, anyway, so he announced himself as the American champion, and screamers fly like he's from New Japan Pro Wrestling. And then we get a United States flag unfurled with MJF's fucking ugly, disgusting face as the stars, which is stupid. And then Will Oceanspray comes out, chases him off, and then he gets on the mic, talks about how MJF had to cheat to beat him to get the belt, rather than admit that Oceanspray is on his level and he could beat MJF. So he's like, "Bluff, I spoke to Tony Khan and I got my rematch in my country, home turf, Bluff, and all in." And MJF's like, oh boy, he's pissed. So we get that, and then we see Oceanspray take the old international title, and then he went off with it. Don't know what he did with it. Maybe put it up for auction, I don't know. But that's that. So we're gonna get a rematch at All In for the belt, for the American belt. I hope Oceanspray wins the belt back and changes it back to the IC title. I mean, the America's title, why don't you just call it the United States title? Oh, we can't call it that, right? Because of WWE references. Fucking bullshit. I don't know if they can't call it the United States title because of WWE copyright or trademark. I don't even think any indie promotions have a United States title. I know in GCW they have the American Violence title or something. I think it's called the American Hardcore title or some shit like that. I mean, they can call it that, but they can't call it United States Hardcore title or some shit like that. But yeah, why couldn't they just call it the U.S. title? Now it's America's title or the American title. All right, we'll go with it. Alright, so I gave that segment 3.5 out of 5 stars. So, Oceanspray, MJF 2, Electric Boogaloo in London, August the 25th. And it's going to be exciting. I don't think it's going to live up to the first one, but, you never know. We'll see. Alright, then we go to the back with the Elite of the Corporate Bucks, the Tag Team Champions. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, along with the Continental Breakfast Champion, Okada, and the TNT Champion, Mr. Scapegoat himself, Jack Perry. They beat the fuck out of Christopher Daniels. Well, that might not be a great idea. And then we have Bryce there. They were supposed to do the coin toss to see who has the advantage, which they do, in the locker room right there in front of down and out Christopher Daniels. The Elite win the advantage, so they get they will have the advantage, so they start off with the first man in, and then every 5 minutes they get the next thing. So they have a 5-on-4 advantage right near the end of the match. So we got that. So the Bucks are like, we're not worried about, they're looking for Hangman. It's like, where's Hangman? Well, I don't know. They're not really worried about that. But they also revealed that it was a 2-sided coin. Ah, you bitches. And I'm like, really? Tony Khan, what are you doing there? Shouldn't you get involved in this little thing now? I guess you're too pussy to get beat up again. Because then your dad's like, what the fuck is going on here? Why is my son acting like a big doofy? Somebody get him a squishy. No. Anyway. So we have that. Alright, so the Elite get the advantage in Blood and Guts, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright, I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to actual wrestling finally. For the FTW title, for the world title, basically, Mr. Reading Rainbow himself, Chris Jericho, takes on the man from Japan, the legend that he is, Minoru Suzuki Dasanidale! So we had that. This was brutal. So the fans were really behind Suzuki. So they started with a chop fest. Not a great idea. Because Jericho's chest was bleeding severely 5 minutes into the match. His chest looked like chopped fucking liver. Ugh. Nasty. And RBI was just listening like, what am I supposed to do here? And then Jericho's trying to chop Suzuki and he's like, ugh. Barely phasing the guy. And then, more chops, and Jericho finally falls down as we go to break, come back, more chopping on a very bloody chest of Chris Jericho. And then, Jericho finally kicks Suzuki in the chest, which the fans did not like. Puts him on the apron where a triangle drop kick of his, Vintage Jericho, has to be pulled up short as Suzuki isn't ready to knock him out of midair. Then they fight on the outside. Suzuki hits him with a chair. Well, it's legal because it's an FTW match. Then, Pillmanizes the hand of Minoru Suzuki. Ow! And the hand is bent. Oh, is that, wait. No, I think Suzuki Pillmanized, Jericho's hand. Ow. Then he starts doing the joint manipulation. I was like, ah! Nasty. Both on the floor and back inside. Jericho doesn't quit. Jericho then gets up, hits a quick code breaker for a 1 count. Basically, Suzuki no-sold it. And then some forearms. You know Suzuki's going to win that. Suzuki actually was staggering a little bit, not too much. And then he blocks the walls of Jericho, grabs a 1925 Roddy Piper-like sleeper hold. That gets broken up with a low blow to the nutsack of Suzuki. And then Jericho hits the Judas Effect elbow. 1, 2, 3, and just under 14 minutes. Chris Jericho retains. He's pretty close to 100 days as champ. And we'll see what happens with that. Who beats him? I think it's going to be Hook, but whenever he finds his eyeball, they're still looking for him. They can't send for the man because he's somewhere else. He's in the burn unit, pretty much. So, we got that. And we move on. Alright, so 14-minute match. Jericho retains. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Brutal. And then after the match, it looked like they were going to go for a code of honor. That ain't going to work. Suzuki then chokes Jericho out. Hits the Gotch-style pound driver. But then, Big Cass and Brian Keith run down to beat the, for basically a 3-on-1 beatdown. And then we hear the music of Katsuyori Shibata. He is back from his little injury after getting his arm Pillmanized. Looks like it's fine now. He comes in for the save. So, pretty soon I think we'll get Hook coming back and Joe. So, that title reign of Jericho is probably going to end, I would say, at All Out. Or maybe All In. Who knows? All In and All Out. In, out, like a dick in your mom's ass. But it is what it is. Alright, so we got that. Then we go to the back. We have the new CMLL Women's Champion. As, I think they had a tournament to crown the champ. Because I think Stephanie McCoy dropped the belt. No, she lost the belt. I forgot the who. So, Willow Nightingale got the belt somehow. In a triple threat match, I think. I don't care. I don't even know. Anyway, she's there in the back talking to Renee Young, but then gets jumped by Stokely Hathaway, and then Chris Statlander, who basically hits a Death Valley driver on the equipment boxes. Ow! And then Stokely pops in to suggest an eliminator match next week. So, yeah, we got that next week. I guess it's a CMLL Women's Championship Eliminator match with Willow and Statlander? Okay. Okay, that's their third match in their little series, but do you think Statlander is going to win the CMLL Women's title? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what happens with that. Move on. We move on. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to a video from early in the day. We have Bryan Danielson. Yes! He's there talking to his good friend, Benet Paquette. Talks about his contract, which ends this Thursday. Well, this Thursday when you're watching this video. August the 1st is his last... Well, that's when his contract expires. And he's not going to negotiate. So he will be All In. So All In will be his pretty much final match. So if he wins the belt from Swerve, then maybe he gets a little extra time on that. And then I think he'll probably lose it at All Out, or maybe at Grand Slam, where he will face the winner of the Rampage Battle Royal, which Darby won. Yeah, spoiler. Hi guys, it's me, Darby Allin. How you doing? I come from Seattle. I won that Rampage Battle Royal. Oh, nobody cares. Yeah, so Darby's gonna get a title shot at Grand Slam. Big deal. He really should have been in that fucking tournament that they have. But anyway, blah 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 blah. All right, so Danielson talks about he had a bad neck throughout that time during the tournament, the Owen Hart Cup tournament. But his doctors have said it's fixable. Lucky for him. They just need to make sure it stays that way. Well, that's up to you from doing all that stupid shit you did before. Those dives off the top rope, diving all the way to the outside, acting like a maniac, getting dropped on your fucking head. So anyway, and then we see Jeff Jarrett, G-E-F-J-A-E-T, that's Jeff Jarrett. He comes in, says Danielson was the right man to win the cup. But Jarrett thinks that he needs to heal up mentally before All In. And he's like, I don't want you to have an excuse if you lose, because if you're going to go all in, you need to go all in. So I'm like, Okay, so Jarrett's like, I'm on the top of the list of people who believe in you. So Danielson seems like, oh, I'm touched, Jarrett. And says, I got a lot of work to do. So that was pretty good. Jarrett, is he coming off as a face to you? I think he's turned face, pretty much. Like, I think everybody else in that, Jay Lethal's faction. But, I don't know what the connection here is to Jarrett. I mean, he basically helped Danielson win the tournament, and get Hangman Adam Page very pissed off. So maybe he's turned over a new leaf. Now he's becoming a good guy. I mean, I don't care, but it is what it is. Alright, so I gave this promo 3.25 out of 5 stars. Very good. And that's it. Alright, then we go to the ladies of AEW. Decent matchup here, 10-minute match. We have Dr. Britt Baker, say it with me now, DMD Baby, in her first match back from injury, and she takes on the woman who broke her nose a couple years ago, and that's Hikaru Shida. Holy Shida! So we had that. This was a pretty good match. It's also with a feeling out process. Not like that. I wish it was, but it's not like that. Anyway, Britt gets a roll-up for a near fall. Goes for the lockjaw. It gets blocked. And then they trade fruit roll-ups for a near falls. They go to the outside. Shida hammers her way against the barricade. Ow. We go to break. Come right back. Britt grabs a neck breaker into a sling blade for the knockdown. And she's getting all fired up. Then she takes out her glove. And so she puts it on. So loaded up for the lockjaw. But Shida pulls her into a triangle choke, which gets broken up. Then they trade fruit roll-ups again for near falls. Shida teases going for her kendo stick, but that takes a little too long. And then Britt grabs a fisherman's neck breaker for a near fall. Shida comes back with the Falcon Arrow. She did the deed. goes for the katana, it gets countered, which sets up Lockjaw, and Shida eventually had to tap out. So Britt Baker gets her first win back from injury, and that's pretty much it. Match itself was okay, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Mercedes Moné, the CEO, comes out in a nice little cowgirl outfit, and says, "I know you want a TBS title shot. You want to know my answer, and the answer is no." So Britt's like, come on, get in this ring, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up." And then out of nowhere, we have their debuting Camille. So Camille Brickhouse finally debuts after like 8 months almost of, they signed her. I thought she was gonna debut right away. Nope, lasted like 6-7 months almost. She jumps Baker from behind, and then with a kick to face, then picks her up in a torture rack and kind of spins her around into a torture rack bomb, which leaves Britt laying, and then Mercedes gets in the ring, starts dancing, and Camille's just like, and we saw her at Comic-Con today in San Diego, and she's wearing a Bane mask. Whew, she looked good doing it too. I was like, wait a minute, is that Jessica Havoc? No. Same mask, but... Well, not the same mask, but... Jessica has a meaner, really better looking mask than that mask. But still. So Camille finally debuts, and I guess she's gonna be thrust into this feud. So I could probably see her debut match this week on Dynamite. But, we'll see what happens with that. I could see Camille by next year as a champ. Would it be TBS champion or AEW champion? I thought she was going to be it when she first came into AEW, when she was the NWA champion for almost 3 years. Well, 2.5 years at least. And I saw her when she was the NWA Women's Champion at a house show in New York, beat some chick. Almost lost. I was like, wait a minute, you're going to lose to this chick? What are you going to do? And by the way, she's married to, what's his name? Tom Lattimore. I think she's still married to him. Or going out with him. Lucky you, dude. I forgot who Tom Lattimore used to go out with. Then he got with Camille. But it is, what it is. That's that. Alright, so we got that. And then now we got the official match for All In 2. No, All In 3, I should say. Mercedes Moné defending the TBS Championship against Britt Baker, baby, with Camille at ringside. And that's it. That's it. Now I'm going to take a moment to whip my whistle. So this break brought to you by Pepsi. I hope you have a cold one. But it is what it is. Alright, after that, we go to the bowels of the building, supposedly, where the Patriarchy, the new Undisputed Trios champions, that's Christian, along with the youngest champion in AEW history at 19 years old, that's Nick freaking Wayne, and his hot mom, Nick Wayne's mom, has got it going on, yeah. She did have it got it going on. And the beast himself, Luchasaurus, they're in the back, bragging about winning the Trios titles from the Bang Bang Gang, the Ass Boys and Juice Robinson. Christian then promises his son, Nick freaking Wayne, he's going to win the Royal Rampage on Rampage, which he did not. But he gets distracted. But as they leave, Nick Wayne gets distracted by Kip Sabian. We've been seeing him a lot the last couple weeks. Not in his like Kiefer Sutherland Lost Boys look. With the eyeliner looking like he's a ripoff from Lost Boys or a porno. Anyway, so he gets distracted by Sabian, and Nick Wayne says, "I'll beat you in Royal Rampage, and no one cares that your dad is dead." Ooh. You're taking a page out of your father's book, huh, there, Nick Wayne? Well, Christian's book, I should say. By the way, how's our fathers doing this evening? I hope they're doing pretty good. Not that I care about it. I really care about your mama. How's our mothers doing this evening? Call me. But I digress. We get that. Alright, then we go to your under 2 minute Suckfest match of the night. Filler match. We got the bastard Pac taking on Bear Boulder with Bear Bronson and Jacked Jameson at ringside. Barry did nothing this match. This match sucked so bad. Pac wins with a bleed buster. In under 2 minutes, match gave 2 out of 5 stars. Pac still has that now American / Intercontinental title match, which he won. He's the #1 contender. I don't know when that match is going to even take place. I still think it might be a triple threat match. Pac might get involved in that. But they're kind of teasing a Pac Ricochet match at All In. Yes, sign me up for that. I would love to see that. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so 2 out of 5 stars for that garbage festival match. Alright, then we go into back with Team AEW. We have Swerve, the AEW champion, with Prince Nana, my good friend. By the way, buy his coffee. It tastes good. It is good shit. Rosa even loves it. I mean, she's been drinking a lot of it. No wonder she's so hyper. But I digress. Anyway, so the funky chicken himself, Mark Briscoe, the Ring of Honor champion. By the way, reach for the sky, boy, Jay Briscoe! Alright, they're there. Darby Allin, guys, hi again. Shut up, Darby. And the acclaimed Max Caster and Anthony Bowens are all there. Then they start yelling at each other. You know, they look like they're not going to get along, but somehow, can they coexist? And then Mark Briscoe, the Peacemaker, calms things down, rallies the troops like, we gotta win this for AEW! Who knew, of all people, Mark Briscoe would be the Peacemaker in that whole thing? And, that's pretty much it. Alright, 1 second, I gotta blow my schnoz! Still got this goddamn fucking cold. I really hope I get better by Monday. I really do. I miss seeing my friends. Like, I can't go out. I can't go out. And if I do, I don't want to get anybody sick, so I have to wear a mask. Well, I don't have COVID yet, but I hope I don't. Tomorrow. But we'll see. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Glamour, her new gimmick. Glamour, my girl Mariah May, taking on, hey, I know you, Caitlin Alexis, a little indie darling from the Midwest. 96 seconds, minute and a half suckfest. Basically nothing going for Caitlin. She just basically got her $50 and left. That's it. Mariah hits Mayday, and then picks her up, hits the sexy running hip attack in the corner, then Storm Zero to piss Toni Storm off even more. So she gets the win, 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Toni Storm's music hits, but it looked like it was a ruse, and Mariah's like, I fooled you. And then we see somebody in all black, in a black mask, come out, takes off the mask. It's Toni Storm, not Timeless Toni Storm. You're not gonna go diving, bosom. No, we got pissed off Toni Storm, and pops in. They have a fight with referees, security even had to come out, break it up, and then, well, they looked like they were about to have a breakaway and then fight again. You know, one of those type of things. But in the midst of that, Toni Storm gets on the mic and is like, are you prepared to die? Because I am! Oh, shit. We're gonna get a bloodbath probably at All In. But Mariah May's gonna win in her home country, become the new champ, and then Toni Storm's gonna have to run after her, probably get a rematch, maybe at All Out. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. But I do see Mariah May winning that belt, holding on for a little bit, and then maybe Thunder Rosa might get it. Maybe Britt Baker goes for it and wins it. Who knows? I really want to see Jamie Hayter come back and get it. I think we might see Jamie Hayter at All In. I have a feeling. Even though she's not from England. Wait, is she from England? No, I think she's from Australia. Anyway, but Jamie Hayter's been out for like over a year now with that shoulder injury. If Britt Baker can come back, Jamie Hayter can come back. I hope at All In or Out. But she will be back, and she will get her title she never really lost. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we get a long video on Blood and Guts, narrated by the Iceman. Legendary Dean Malenko, noted cage specialist. It's sad that Dean Malenko has Parkinson's disease now. Just sucks. But still a legend, Hall of Famer, multiple Cruiserweight champion, Tag Team champion, member of the Four Horsemen. Not the original Four Horsemen. One of the incarnations in WCW. The actual version in WCW was basically Flair, Anderson, Malenko, and I think Benoit were one of the versions. There was like 6 versions. Then they had McMichael, and then pretty much Dean Malenko was out of it after a while. Then they had Brian Pillman be in it for like a little bit, which didn't last that long. Sting was in it, but we all know that wasn't going to last. If you follow the NWA WCW lore. We had that. I still remember the parody that the NWO did. That was funny as fuck with Nash. Dog spot, Leary spot, but my spot. It will be an honor. That's funny as fuck. Alright, we got that. So, nice little narration for Blood and Guts by Dean Malenko. And then we go to the rules. For those of you who don't know what the rules are, 2 men start for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, the Elite get the advantage for a regularly scheduled interval, about 2-3 minutes. And then after that, Team AEW adds another man to tie it up. And then after all 10 men are in the ring, the match from beyond begins, and the only way you can win is by submission or surrender. Typical War Games match. And it is a double cage with a top, not like the one in WWE with no top. But still, this is I believe, the 4th annual Blood and Guts. So I got that. Alright, so we had Team AEW, for those of you who don't know, Darby, Swerve, The Acclaim, Max Caster, Anthony Bones, and Mark Briscoe. And for the Elite, the Young Bucks, Jack Perry, Hangman Adam Page, and Okada. Alright, so number 1 for the Elite is Jack Perry. And then number 1 for Team AEW is Darby Allin. Alright, so they start. Jack Perry jumps Darby before they can even get in the cage. He's still beating the crap out of Darby on the floor. Darby gets sent into the cage, then the steps. Then the door finally closes. The cage closes. They fight in... before we get to that. They fight into the crowd, brawl all the way around the arena before we even get in the cage. And then Darby is sent inside the cage finally. And goes face first into the trash can in the corner, which busts him wide open. And then Perry's like, I'm great. And we get that. Alright, then after 5 minutes, the advantage starts. Nick Jackson comes in with a chair and some type of case. Remember that for later because Matt Jackson brings in one. Alright, so then we get a guillotine leg drop on Darby, so it's basically a 2-on-1. And then Mark Briscoe, the fucking chicken, comes in at number 2 to tie it up. And then they slug away at Jack Perry and Nick Jackson. Then a running step-up dive hits Perry. And a suplex puts Nick down. And then Mark brings in a ladder, for what reason, I don't know, to beat on Nick and then crushes it onto Nick in the corner. Then a trash can to the head has Nick in some trouble. And then Matt Jackson and his case comes out at number 3 to make it a 3-on-2. And then Matt hits Mark in the head with the case, busts him wide open. I mean, wide open. Blood like a faucet. Darby gets DDT onto the case as well, further busting him open. And then Darby gets catapulted into the case, further busting him open more. Then a Dominator top rope double stomp combo. That was kind of inventive. Puts Darby down again. And then Anthony Bowens comes in to even the odds. Cleans house a little bit. Darby gets clothesline down, comes back with a Scorpion Death Drop. And then they get back up. Darby hits a top rope double stomp with the skateboard full of tacks. Ow! On Nick's back. Woo! I thought it was Matt, but it was Nick. But anyway, and then Anthony Bowens whips out the scissors, golden scissors, by the way, and then starts stabbing Jack Perry in the head. I'm like, ah! Shit! This is getting violent. And I love it. Anyway, then, Okada comes out at number 4, and I think his first cage match ever. With his own street sign. Why not? And starts knocking all the faces down. And then he hits a tombstone on the sign. Ow. Sets up his patented dropkick into a chair, into Mark Briscoe's face. Bloody already. As we go to break, come back. Max Caster of the Acclaim comes out at number 4 to make it a 4-on-4 match. Max whips out a barbed wire board. But a suplex to Okada onto the board is broken up. But instead, Bowens gets sent into the barbed wire board. Ow! And then another barbed wire board is placed on top of him. And then Nick adds a Swanton Bomb to crush Bowens in between the board. I was like, damn, having flashbacks of Abyss for a minute. Oh, it was nasty. Then we get another bag of tacks. And then Okada grabs like a ton of them, puts it in Max Caster's mouth for the super kick to splatter all over the freaking canvas. Nasty. Match was getting really violent. And then at number 5, to end the advantage for the Elite, was supposed to be the Hangman Adam Page, but he doesn't come out. So then, Team AEW gets a little reprieve and a delay to fight back, with Bowens tying barbed wire around his leg for Sesame Timbers. Sesame mommy ass. Get that. That's to Nick. And then Swerve comes out at number 5. And now the match beyond begins. But there's no Adam Page yet. But Adam Page comes from behind with a chair, knocking Swerve down. And then he takes some handcuffs from his pocket and handcuffs Swerve. Well, is one of Swerve's hands to the cage, so he can't get in. So then Adam Page finally gets in the ring, and the referee's like, he has to get in, the match can't start yet. And and then Matt's like, I don't care, I'm an EVP, I don't give a fuck, start the fucking match. I'm like, okay. So the match beyond starts, and then Mark Briscoe's dropkick into the barbed wire board in the corner. Ow! Ugh. Then a hard belt shot to the head. I think it was just a regular belt, not a title belt. Shot to the head has Swerve out of it. I don't think it was busted open, but anyway. Adam Page keeps hitting him and yelling about it. It's like, yo, son of a bitch! Beating him up like a government mule. Then the Bucks get on the mic and ask what Page is doing before threatening the... He's like, if you don't get in here, you're fired! This is outside the ring, by the way. Page was like beating the crap out of Swerve outside the ring. So the match didn't officially start yet until Matt Jackson is like, if you don't get in this ring, if you thought suspending you for indefinitely was something, if you don't get in this ring right now, you are fired. So Paige like, okay, I'm getting in the ring. He gets in the ring. Officially begins, so I went off a little bit, so I'm sorry about that. Alright, so the match beyond begins, and submission or surrender rules are in effect now. So the Bucks and Adam Page keep arguing, which allows the rest of Team AEW to start fighting back. Then we go to another break, And then we come back, Jeff Jarrett and Prince Nana come out. Well, Jeff Jarrett comes out with the key, the key. I don't know how he got the key. And cuts that idiot Brandon Cutler off. Kicks him in, then Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn comes off to cut Cutler off. Kicks him in the gut, and then Jarrett hits him with a vicious guitar shot, laying that schmuck out. And then Jarrett unlocks Swerve from the handcuffs, so Swerve can now officially get in the match. But the door was still locked, so he couldn't get in the cage. So Prince Nana had bolt cutters, looked like really little bolt cutters, like pliers basically, and Swerve cut like a hole on the bottom of the cage. Then he gets in the cage and he starts kicking some ass. Get a buckshot lariat blocked in between the rings. Page tries to hit Swerve with a barbed wire board, but Darby makes the save, and then Okada takes Darby down. Swerve comes right back up with a staple gun. Oh boy. But Nick breaks that up with a low blow. And then we see one of the cases open from earlier, and it has 5 staple guns for each member. And then Swerve has his little gun, and then all the Team Elite have their guns. I was like, oh, we got a shootout. Who's gonna win? Well, the Team Elite win after, I think, Nick with the first shot to the back, and then everybody's like, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, shit! I'm like, god damn! And then there was one point, like hit him in the mouth. Oh. Craziness. And then, but he shrugs it, I don't know how he did it, but shrugged it off, so I was beating them up, and then staples Okada's fucking middle finger. Ow. And then he staples the Bucks, and then he takes, Jack Perry staples his fucking beer to his mouth. Ow! This was sick. I was about to throw up almost, but I liked it. Violence. Yes. Alright. Then the buckshot Larry hits Okada by mistake. Oops. As we go to another break, we come back. We get 4 tables set on the floor, so you know someone's going off the side or the top of the cage. So, Mac Jackson and Anthony Bowens are climbing the cage. They fighting on the side of the cage, and then eventually, Matt wins that, knocks Bowens' head into the cage a couple of times, and then Bowens like, through the 4 tables, so he's basically out of the match. So get that. And then Swerve and Adam Page crash off the stage to get rid of both of them. And then Mark Briscoe hits it's like 15 J drillers. Sick. And then the Elite get put on tables on either side of the rings. Darby climbs the cage. Actually, Mark hits Froggy Bow onto, I think, one of the Bucks. And then, I think it was, Jack Perry was put on the other table. And then Darby climbs up the cage onto the truss. You know, the metal part at the top of the cage. He's like, he looks like a monkey. And then he goes, fuck you! And he does a coffin drop from the top of the truss down to the freaking... Oh, it was just amazing. Through the table, on the Jack Perry. Fans are going nuts. And then he takes Jack Perry, and he opens the other case, which has some handcuffs. He handcuffs Jack Perry like Jesus, like Raven back in 1995-96 with Tommy Dreamer, and Rage in the Cage, the chair shot heard round the world in ECW. So Jack Perry gets cuffed to the cage, and then Mark Briscoe grabs a candlestick and starts beating the shit out of him in the ribs, and like Darby's like, it's like, you better quit, and Jack Perry's like, no, you hit me harder, bitch. And then Darby grabs a metal spike from underneath the ring, and then Mark uses a scapegoat chair to give him a unprotected, wicked chair shot to the head. And I heard that was, a lot of people were talking about it on Twitter, and I was like, I don't think that was a good idea. Fuck you. But anyway, Darby isn't done. He grabs some gasoline, and he has a light, one of those lighters, and he's about to light Jack Perry on fire. But he goes, and then he's like, I'm gonna set him on fire if I don't get a TNT title shot at All In. So Matt's like, all right, we'll give you the match. We quit. We surrender. And that ends the fucking match. 49-minute match. And Matt, basically, he was handcuffed to the ring as well, and he couldn't do anything. The other Bucks couldn't do anything because they were handcuffed as well. Okada couldn't do anything. Hangman couldn't do anything because he was out. He was out with Swerve. So that's it. So Matt had to do, I guess, the right thing to save, Jack Perry from becoming the Human Torch. And so that's it. So Team Elite surrenders in under 49 minutes. So Darby gets the win for his team. Match was barbaric, and I gave it 4.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Your typical blood and guts match with chaos, blood, guts coming out, and everything. Somebody going off the side of the cage. I can only imagine what next year might be. Oh, yo. And that's pretty much it. So 4.25 out of 5 stars for that. So Darby gets his title match at All In for the TNT title. Not that he's gonna win it, but maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But that match should not be a straight up wrestling match. You have to put a stipulation in that. If it's gonna be like Anarchy in the Arena, or maybe to do like a lights out match, or some type of I would say fans being the weapons match. Maybe to do barbed wire, and maybe with the fire, maybe we'll have a WCW style Human Torch match. Oh, I don't want to even go there with that one with Sting and Vampiro. The way that fucking match ended, it just was ridiculously stupid. And it looked like when Sting got lit on fire, he did a flip onto a crash pad, which he almost missed. It wasn't really a good match. That's why they never did it again. And even though WWE ripped them off with it wasn't a Human Torch match per se, but the Inferno match, the Firefly Funhouse match with the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, the late great Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton. Randy Orton, basically set a fake Fiend on fire, which supposedly killed the Fiend, but we know that didn't last long. So, that was the last actual sort of type of Inferno match, which was in 2021, during the pandemic era, in the Thunderdome. It was 2020 or 21, because it was in the Thunderdome, so it had to be around mid-2020, late 2020, going into 2021, when the Thunderdome era ended, and the fans started coming back. So, we're going to have another one, like, one of those matches? I doubt it. Maybe have a Flaming Tables match, I don't know. But, I can bet you we might get more fire at All In, but we'll see what happens with all that. But Darby and Jack Perry for the TNT title, gonna be explosive. I shouldn't say that with Tony Khan's name in there, but, God forbid he does another exploding barbed wire match. I hope he does it right this time, but I don't think we're ever gonna see that again. Especially not with Moxley around. Moxley would have loved to be in this match. His Blood and Guts match. He was on the last one, which was pretty much, I think, was the BCC taking on, I think, Jericho's group, the Inner Circle, and that's when Santana got hurt. He was out for basically a year, and then now, where's Santana now? He's in TNA doing some good shit. But And he's I think the House of Glory World Champion still. I don't know if he lost it or not, but not that I follow House of House of Glory. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so that is it for AEW. For Wednesday night, Blood and Guts, very good. The whole show I thought was pretty good. I gave it what did I give it? I think I gave it 7.5 out of 10 stars. I thought I gave it 8, but I'll go 7.5 out of 10 stars. 7.5, 8 max. So in between, right around there. So I'll give it 7.5 just for purposes. So that's that. Let me know what you guys thought of Blood and Guts this past Wednesday night in a comment down below. You can do your own video if you want. If you have any comments, leave it down below, like I said. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, I am out of here. I am actually going to go to bed. So I will do my TNA Ring of Honor review tomorrow. In between that, I'll do TNA first, and then do Ring of Honor review after that. And then I'll do predictions for the show. Because there will be matches. There's like 4 matches there. So I think there may be a couple matches added that were added. And then maybe some 0-hour matches, pre-show matches nobody will watch. But it should be an okay pay-per-view tomorrow. I think they're in Texas again. What else is new? So we got that. So after tomorrow, Ring of Honor's next pay-per-view, I think, won't be until December. Maybe before that. Who knows? Whatever that might be. That might be it's Step Before Dishonor, so I don't know what's next for the Ring of Honor at this point. But, I mean, it is pretty much July, so I would think they're going to have like a 4-month build, or 4-month build to their final battle. So, might get new champions tomorrow with, I think Athena might lose her title finally to Queen Aminata. I don't think Billie Starkz loses her belt against Red Velvet. I think Mark will retain against Roddy. I think the Kingdom will retain the tag team belts against Ishii and Kyle. We'll have to see what happens with that. Maybe some surprises tomorrow night. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with all that. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so tomorrow, TNA Ring of Honor review along with Ring of Honor predictions. So I'm not going to do a separate video for that. But I will do my Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor review. I'm going to try to get it done Saturday afternoon before Collision goes on the air. Because we got Collision and Battle of the Belts 11 Saturday night. So I'll probably do Battle of the Belts on Sunday. Depending on how I feel that night. We'll see what happens with that. And then pretty much after I do that one of the either Collision and Battle of the Belts in the same video, or just Battle of the Belts on my Kill with Demons channel, that'll probably be it for the weekend. And then we begin the road to SummerSlam week, which starts on Monday with the Raw Go Home show. And then we got NXT on Sci-Fi, and Raw is on Sci-Fi too the next 2 weeks. So we got the Great American Bash Night 1 on Tuesday. We got the aftermath of Blood and Guts this coming Wednesday on the program for AEW. TNA next Thursday night. Ring of Honor, the aftermath of Death Before Dishonor this coming Thursday night. Next Friday we got a live SmackDown from Cleveland along with live Rampage. And then next Saturday at 5 p.m. a taped edition of Collision leading into SummerSlam at 7 p.m. So that'll be that. I will do SummerSlam that night, that review, and then on that Sunday, August the 4th, I believe. Yeah, August the 4th, I will do my Collision review, because I'm not going to do everything in one night. But I will be doing my predictions for SummerSlam that Saturday afternoon. So we got that. So that's episode 35 of the Shadow Slayer the Shadow Slayer 2.0 series. So check that out. 36 will be All In, and 37 will be Basher Berlin, and 38 will be NXT No Mercy on September the 1st, and then episode 39 will be All Out on September the 7th, and that's during the day. We got that. Bash in Berlin might come on that Friday before Bash in Berlin, because Bash in Berlin's going to start like I think between 1 and 3 o'clock here in the Eastern time zone. So, want to get that done early. So, I'm going to get that done early because SmackDown's taped that day. So, if anything gets added that day of SmackDown, I'll put it in the comment section. So, we got that. Alright, so we got a long way to go from now until September the 7th. And then, right after September 7th, we've got football. And then we're on the road to October, where we got Bad Blood. We got Halloween Havoc on October the 27th. Bound for Glory, maybe in New York City in mid-October. So we got a lot of good stuff coming your way as we go into the fall season. And hopefully I will be pretty much around, till, I hope, Halloween. But there's a little snags coming up maybe as we hit November. But we'll see what happens. Right now, we got pretty much all of August, all of September, and maybe all of October. So about 3 months of videos to go. And like I said, my work schedule is changing in September, so the videos might come here and there, but we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully, as we get to November, we won't have any issues where I have to maybe take some time off because of work purposes and everything like that. And but if anything, I would be off maybe a week, 2 weeks, who knows how long. But I'm hoping to be back. If I do leave in November, I will be back by sometime in December before my birthday. So, but stay tuned. I will let you know by October. I would say by October the 8th, I will let you know what's going on through the rest of the year as we go into 2025. But we'll see what happens with that. We've got 3 months to go, so I don't have to even worry about it right now. And my 15th year anniversary coming up. Not this coming week. The week after. So, August the 9th, that Friday, which is next Friday, a week from tomorrow, basically, will be my 15th year anniversary. I will be doing a special video on the Shadows Lair. So that will be there. But, so that's that. I'm just going to reminisce for the last 15 years and see what the next 15 years might lead to. I don't know how much longer we're going to be here on YouTube. I'm 47, going to be 48, so I might be here for another few years. I don't know, we'll see. But even if I take a little break, whether it be for a couple months, which I know all you douchebags out there would love, but even if I go away for like 6 months, I'll be back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not taking a long hiatus. I'm not taking like a year off or 2 years off. You don't hear from me. You'll hear from me somehow. You know, even if I don't have internet, I'll still, if I'm in a place where I don't have internet, I'll still somehow try to get a video up on my, even if I have to use this phone with my data. And it takes a while for it to go up, but I'll still be doing videos regardless of what happens the rest of this year going into next year. But we're not going to talk about that right now. We're going to talk about the present day. So we're taking it one day at a time as we go into October. But right now, we haven't even hit August yet. We're pretty much, as of this video, 5 days away from starting the dog days of August. You know, the sun's going down around 8 o'clock now. So it gets dark around 8:30, close to 8:45. So you know what that means. You know, we're getting closer and closer to the Labor Day weekend. And then, then we got Columbus Day. We got, I'm about to lose my voice. So, let me take a final sip. Yeah. Alright, so we got that. So we got Columbus Day coming up in October. We got Halloween coming up. I'll probably be doing some type of Halloween video. Whether it be a metal type video on my Metal Guy channel. Maybe I do a vlog on Halloween. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so we'll do something on Halloween definitely, and then let's see what happens as we go into November, where we have to turn the clocks back an hour, so it'll get dark by around 5:15. And then pretty much we're gonna roll on to Thanksgiving. We got the election coming up. Pretty much it's Trump-Harris right now, and Kamala Harris, and she is picking up a lot of steam, which is getting scary for all you Trumpites out there. Trump's got basically a 1-point lead right now. So Harris is getting getting the younger vote, getting the Latino and Latina votes. She's getting a lot of votes right now. So she's picking up a lot of steam, and she wants to debate Trump, and that's gonna be freaking exciting. I hope Trump wipes the floor with that bitch, but we'll see what happens with that as they're campaigning right now. So getting down to the next 80, 90 days, or pretty much almost 3 months away from election day. So gonna be exciting for the next 3 months. We'll see what happens with that. And then before you know it, level 48 is gonna be around the corner. The greatest month in the world, the greatest days in the world. So we got that. So my birthday's coming up, so I'm gonna hit level 48, and then New Year's Eve will hit, and then 2025 will begin. Before you know it. But we got about 4 months, 4.5, a little over 4 months to go. So that's all I gotta say about that. So anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to sleep because I got stuff to do tomorrow. I got errands to run. I got work, and then I got a half day of work tomorrow, and I gotta go to the doctor tomorrow. I gotta rush over to the vet to pick up the Western Cat's pills. I gotta do some other stuff tomorrow. And then pretty much I'll be back for my TNA Ring of Honor review, and then we'll get right into SmackDown and Rampage tomorrow night as well, and I might do an extra video for that too. So maybe 2 videos tomorrow. We'll see what happens with that, how I feel, and we'll see. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, once again, 7.5 out of 10 stars for Blood and Guts 4 for AEW. Very good show. Main event was chaotic, bloody as fuck, made you want to throw up a little bit. And that's it. That's it. So we'll see what happens next week. Well, actually, we'll see what happens tomorrow on Rampage. And then Collision on Saturday, along with Battle of the Belts 11. And then that's pretty much it. And that's it. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. And until next time, if you're not down with that, well, pretty much, you're a bunch of fuck boys. Or if you're living in England, you're a mop boy. Which basically is the same thing. Oh, that means I fuck a lot. Yeah, you don't get no fucking pussy. Shut the fuck up, you fucking virgins. Anyway. But if you're not down with that, you're a bunch of douchebags, and you can pretty much suck my ass. And if you're further not down with that, I got 3 more words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. Alright, enjoy the weekend, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But for now, until next time, peace!